The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Ryan Garcia's sensational knockout, first round knockout of Romero Duno. Now, this fight was supposed to happen when Ryan Garcia's opponent got arrested and they needed him to take a fight on 1 day's notice. They tried to throw him in with Romero Duno. Ryan Garcia refused, said it was a money thing, and then people tried to make it seem like he was scared of Romero Duno. And Ryan Garcia was like, you know what? Once he worked it out with De La Hoya, said, give me the fight. I'll take the fight. That fight took place, and it was a sensational first round knockout. I'm gonna turn it over to G. What was your impression of that fight?
And I'll say this: all y'all haters are sadly mistaken, you know. But I'll say shout out to Duno. I appreciate the fact that he came in to LL Cool J. Mm-hmm. So
I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate. You can't come into that and leave the way he did. You know what I'm saying?
He came in confident. He left not so confident. But man, listen.
Hey, yo, wait. The quote that you always say to Ned the cameraman, to Romero Duno: come humble
or leave humbled. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't come humble, so he left humbled.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When, looking at Ryan Garcia, clearly this kid is talented. He has the skills to pay the bills. Handsome, articulate. Like, this dude is now, like, he's the young face of boxing. Like, there's a few, but he's one of the people that could carry on this sport. And so this was a real test for him, and I felt he did a great job, like, body back, like, for real, like, it was scary, However, I will say this. Yo, what's going on with these dudes' fashion senses, man? That cape was real cheesy. It was corny, like, I don't know, man. You should fire your stylist, bro, because that cape was kind of crazy. But other than that, it was a great fight. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, salute to Ryan Garcia. Duno, it's not over for you, man. Just keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, keep your head up, bro. Like, shout out to you and all the people in the Philippines, man. So.
True.
Ryan Superman Garcia.
You love that cape?
Listen, I love the kid.
But not the cape.
I love the kid. Listen, he won't wear 1,000 capes. He can wear whatever cape he wants. That's Ryan, you know what I'm saying? The mean machine Garcia. Ryan, the turbo kid Garcia. All right. I've been drinking the Ryan Kool-Aid for a while now. You know what I'm saying? And I was one of the people that was like, he got to be careful with Duno, because Duno can punch, and he do put people in their butt. That being said, Ryan went out there and he did what he was supposed to do. He was sensational. He caught him on the back of the ear. We all know what happens when you get caught back there. We see what happened with AJ. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, you get hit on the temple, you get hit behind the ear, you get hit on the chin. You know what I mean? It's a wrap. Now, want to say how sensational Ryan Garcia is. Ryan is the man. Ryan is super fast. He's super talented. That being said, stay away from everybody with a belt at 135. Okay? Now, I'm going to be, Ryan is spectacular. He shows a lot of promise. He has the look to be a big star. But just let's wait a little bit, okay? Let's stop mentioning Devin Haney's name. Like Ryan, I'm glad Ryan, he got away from that question last night when they asked him about Devin Haney, and he answered it right. You know what I'm saying? Let Devin Haney's about to go to 140. Let Devin Haney go off, and he can stay. Ryan's going to stay at 135 for a while. I just think Ryan needs to stay away from those big guys at 135. Let him still get his feet and stuff. Yeah, it was sensational, but let's not get carried away here. There's people like Teofimo Lopez, Cormier, Lomachenko, Devin Haney, and I don't think he's ready for those guys yet. But he's going to keep on doing what he's doing to those guys like Duno. Let him keep on doing it until, you know what I'm saying, he's ready. Let's not just because you seen a spectacular fight was not just throw him into the wolves. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. But shout out to Ryan Garcia. 3.8 million on Instagram. This kid is a star. You know what I'm saying? Kid is a star.
I think that's more than Deontay Wilder.
You know what I mean? That's the kid right there.
All right, well, I'll say this much. Ryan Garcia, to me, has always been a kid who I thought was talented. His hand speed's phenomenal. He does throw shots with pop. I've seen him throw in some nice-looking punches that look like they have some sting to them. But I never really seen him in the ring with an opponent I felt like was there to push him and challenge him and test him. And I thought Romero Duno would answer some questions for us. Unfortunately, he answered nothing. But I'm not going to hold that against Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia did what he was supposed to do. He took him out of there in impressive fashion. He showed the hand speed is elite level. But he also showed he had pop and accuracy. G was screaming a dive at one point when we were watching the fight, because he was like, I didn't see no punch land. And I said, G caught him in the back of the head. And G's like, nah, man, we're taking a dive. We talking about it. And then when the replay...
I'm calling conspiracy on him.
Then the replay came, and then G was like, you can erase that as a topic.
To G's credit last night, I thought the commentary from DAZN was off last night. It was horrible. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me personally. Sergio, usually you my man. You the Latin snake. You was off last night. You had like your own personal agendas. But yeah,
you can't let people be nice like that. Like last night was just terrible in itself, because they were wasting time. At one point, they interviewed Robert Horry, and I'm like, what the? Are we so desperate for interviews? We interviewing Robert Horry right now.
Shout out to
you can't expect anyone to be on. You can't expect anyone to be on top of the game when you're asking them to interview someone they don't even know. That woman had no clue who Robert Horry was. She was like, "Who is this pimp? This shaft looking." But anyways, Ryan Garcia did what he was supposed to do. I have to disagree in part with Trill in the sense that I think Ryan Garcia is ready for some big fights. There's some guys I think I may favor Ryan Garcia over. Like, I think Ryan Garcia would beat Shakur Stevenson.
No, we're saying at 135.
No, I get what you're saying at 135, but you said like stay away from big names.
I said big names at 135. Yeah, big names.
I'm saying I think he could
135.
beat Shakur Stevenson. I wouldn't mind. They're too young though. I think that fight's not right yet.
Shakur's at 126.
Yeah, but Shakur, well, come on, man. This is what I hate about these little weight classes. We talk about them like they're really
one taco.
Yeah. He's two burritos. Two burritos is at 135.
Then we got 130. We got 130. We got weight classes for a reason.
Weight divisions. We're talking about this, right? We got weight
about a 4 pound difference.
Listen, this is what gets on my nerves, right? We got weight classes. We got weight classes for a reason, right? But if you look at Deontay Wilder, he weighed 209 pounds going into the fight with Tyson Fury, who weighed like 250, right? But we're talking about weight classes, right? I don't want to hear that nonsense. This is just garbage. In my opinion, there are too many weight classes, right? When you get to the heavyweights, it's just like, yo, weight doesn't matter. You got Deontay Wilder weighing 212 pounds, sometimes weighing 220 pounds, giving up 40 pounds, and weight still knocking people out. So I really don't want to hear it when it's like a 4-pound weight difference. Like, but the guy is...
we have weight classes for a reason.
We have weight classes. We have weight classes so we can have alphabet soup belts. We have weight classes so we can have...
What I said as far as with Ryan Garcia, I said stay away from the guys with belts at 135. And I mentioned these names: Richie Comey, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, and Lomachenko.
Respect, but I didn't even get to finish what I was saying because everybody jumped in. But getting back to what I was saying, I do think Ryan Garcia has a good chance of beating Teofimo Lopez. I do think he can beat Comey. And I do feel like Devin Haney is the guy he needs to stay away from. But all those other guys, I'm not really impressed with them. Like Lomachenko, I think he has a good chance against Lomachenko. His hand speed can match Lomachenko's. In fact, I think Ryan Garcia might be faster. Luke Campbell gave Lomachenko all he can handle, and I think Ryan Garcia is better than him. So, and he has more tools than him, certainly. So I'm not sitting here like Ryan Garcia needs to stay away from people. I don't subscribe to the keep giving them journeymen until they're ready. I think You see if you think they can win. I think he can win against some of those guys. It'll be a more competitive fight without a doubt. But I'm not saying that you need to keep him away from those guys. He stands a chance of losing, but that's the risk when you're a boxer.
I didn't
when you
say
step up in class. Like
never say keep him away from them guys. I said don't rush him in there with these guys. Just because we seen a sensational knockout last night, I don't see him going in there doing that to a Teofimo Lopez or Richard Cohn. These guys are just too big at these weight classes. And Ryan is still green to go against a Lomachenko. But I get it. It's for argument's sake. It's cool. But when the reality sets in, like, you know what I'm saying, was put the rest of to the side. Like, Ryan is a young man with a whole lot more fighting to do. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to put him in there with these names yet. Let him still learn. Ryan is still learning. He's still learning, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to put him in there.
The reality is that's Trill's opinion, and you're
Yeah,
entitled
you're
to your opinion.
Yeah.
Now I'm entitled to mine. What you say is what you would do. What I say is what I would do. Now, what I'm saying is what I'm saying is not strictly to go against Trill. I'm okay with Trill's opinion. My opinion is he's ready for those guys: Comey, Teofimo Lopez, and Vasily Lomachenko. I don't really care what you think. That's all. You get entitled to what you think. What I think is throw him in with them, and I think he can win.
Nah, I think he feels well. We'll see. We'll have to see when they make the fights happen. But definitely stay away from no secure Stevens at no 126. That's ridiculous.
We're gonna talk
Let's
about
not play no games.
Let's tell him what you think.
Straight up, Ryan, fight Loma. You know what
Thank
I'm
you.
saying?
Thank you.
I want to see that.
Thank
fight.
you.
You want to see that now?
I want to see that.
You want to see that now?
I want to see it now.
I'm gonna say this.
You want to see it now?
I want to see it now.
I truthfully believe Ryan has the same speed. Now the only difference is
I think
Loma
he
has
is
the
fast.
footwork that might
Exactly.
mess with him at first, maybe the first 5 rounds. I think after that, he's going to figure him out. He's going to time him. And it's going to be a great fight.
He's taller. He has speed that can match him.
He has the power.
Exactly.
Like,
and he's better than Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell gave him all he can handle, bro. Like, I'm not sitting there like...
Ryan is green. Ryan is green.
That would be a great fight.
Listen, Ryan is green. I know I give Lomachenko a lot of what's the name, but...
what happened to Dare to Be Great?
Just too, not yet.
Yo,
not
it's
yet.
like, you can say that, yo. But I think throw him in with Vasily Lomachenko. That's what I said. Throw him in.
Throw him in there.
That's what I said.
But definitely keep him away from Devin Haney. Please like and subscribe.
I don't agree with that.
I agree with that.
And Shakur Stevens is way too small. You know
I don't
what I'm
agree
saying?
with that. Yo, the weight classes are a joke. You
9
got a guy who's
pounds?
126. That's a joke, bro. 9 pounds is a joke.
9 pounds?
Are you serious? So then they meet at 130. Like, yo, come on, man. Like,
All right, they can meet at 130,
like,
but,
yo, it's not.
But 9 pounds, 9 pounds is a lot.
9 pounds is a joke. So 9 pounds is not. You can't make these guys fight at 9 pounds, but you can make Deontay Wilder fight Anthony Joshua. You can make Deontay Wilder fight Tyson Fury.
These
but
guys,
can't
hold on, they
meet
fight at
9 pounds.
200 pounds, right? So everything over 200 pounds is considered.
But why is that? Why is that the standard? What's the difference between a guy outweighing someone by 9 pounds and a guy outweighing someone by 50 pounds?
I just know when guys moved up from 135, when guys move up from 135,
disrespecting heavyweights and then protecting the lower weight divisions. Yo, a weight advantage is a weight advantage. Whether it's
I never said a weight advantage is not a weight advantage. That's what I'm saying. But some guys, if you look at the heavyweight division, the guys that's usually the leaner or more, it depends on how you built in the heavyweight division. You dig what I'm saying? Like these guys right here in the lower division, the weights are different. It's different how it is. Heavyweights and lower weight class is completely different. You know what I'm saying?
So, Trill, do you actually agree that we should have less weight classes, or you feel like the way it is ideal?
No, I think we should have less weight classes, but the weight classes is there for a reason.
No, I
9 pounds is a lot. 9 pounds is a lot. That's why the IBF have a 10-pound weight thing on their joints. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't, they wouldn't have that in there. You know what I'm saying? But please like and subscribe and check us out.
Actually, I wasn't done. Like to me, right? Like 9 pounds isn't a lot. Like I said, why is it okay? For starters, the hardest punches are in the heavyweight division. So why is it okay to say, in a division with the hardest punches, a man can outweigh you by 50 pounds? But then you say, in the lighter weight divisions, someone can't outweigh you by 10. Like to me, like it's a joke.
Who
to
said
me,
that?
it's like a joke.
I never said that.
I'm like, yo, you can think anything about
I
me.
said no. No, because we're having a conversation. You said I'm not. You said what you said about the heavyweight division.
So just for clarification, I'm talking about procedurally the way things are in the sport, and you're taking it personal. I'm not making any ad hominem attacks. Nothing I'm saying is directed at Trill. It's directed at the way the sport is structured. I don't understand why someone can outweigh a person by 50 pounds and that's okay in one division, but in another division we're arguing about a 10-pound weight advantage. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't make sense procedurally.
I believe weight classes matter for a reason, and I believe that weight is an issue. Like everybody knows. Like I used to be mad when Ontario Gotti used to come in and he'd be fighting somebody at 140 and he come in weighing 160. I used to lose my mind. I'd be like, yo, we need to do something to fix that. Because I do believe that weight causes. I've been seeing, remember when he knocked out Joey something? What was the kid's name?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, and he was like, wait, and the guy ended up winning the lawsuit. He ended up winning the lawsuit because of how much, that Gotti weighed that fight. That's why I said weight classes really mean something, and weight does mean something. Like what these heavyweights go through, I think it's ridiculous. Like some fighters have to fight guys that's 25 pounds more than them. I'm totally against that too. But I also think that these weight classes are made here for a reason. Like we pray.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but you can't have it both ways though.
What are you talking about?
Because then, pretty much what you're saying, then there should be multiple heavyweight divisions. Mm-hmm. There should be like regular heavyweight, super heavyweight, ultra heavyweight, or something.
They do have super heavyweight. Yeah. But what I was saying is, I do agree that they should have a certain weight. If you're fighting somebody, right?
No,
if we're fighting,
I agree, but you're arguing both points though.
No,
that's what you are though. You're arguing both points.
I'm fighting. No, I'm saying that weight classes is there for a reason.
But why does it stop at the heavyweight division?
I don't want it.
Why does Deontay Wilder, who weighs 212, have to fight Big Baby Miller, who weighs 300 pounds, and that's okay?
Listen, I just said I was against that. I did not say two different things. Y'all gotta listen closely. You know what I'm saying? Y'all too educated for that. You know what I'm saying? I said 25 pounds. I said I think it's unfair.
Ad hominem attacks need to subside right now.
I said it's unfair when somebody is fighting somebody that's in a heavyweight division, they fighting somebody that's 25 pounds more than them. I said, that's just ridiculous. I said, I think it's ridiculous when any other fighter is fighting somebody that's 10 pounds over them. I think it's ridiculous. I said, they got to fight to say, like, when somebody, if me and you about to fight, right? We both heavyweights, you know what I'm saying? And I'm fighting at 225 and you fighting at 250. There has to be some type of whistle in the case that somebody gets hurt. I've always said that. I think that weight classes, it matters. And I think that these people going too much in weight, I think that matters because if you get hit by somebody that's weighing 25 pounds more than you, it's going to do more damage.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Earlier, you said you feel that there should be fewer weight divisions. But now you're saying...
I said weight... No, look, I said weight matters. Like if we're fighting, nobody should weigh 10 more pounds over the guy or 25 pounds more over the guy. That's what I was saying. If we're fighting, that's what I'm saying. But weight classes are there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Weight classes are supposed to be there to protect fighters.
No, I agree. I think,
here's the thing. I think like what's being missed is like, it's being personalized, and it's not personal. I get your personal stance. My position is the way it is now. Is what I'm saying. This is what you're missing. I'm not going against Trill's opinion or what Trill thinks. What I'm saying is procedurally, it doesn't make any sense right now.
Yeah, and because
you're like, oh, that 9 pounds is too much for these guys, but you'll let a guy fight someone who weighs 50 pounds more than him.
And what did I say? I said that's ridiculous.
That's what I'm coming from.
And I said that's ridiculous.
That's why when you say Shakur Stevenson weighs 9 pounds less, I'm saying that's really nothing. Because we'll turn around and say that's too much for Shakur, but we won't give Deontay Wilder a pass if Fury sleeps him. You know what I'm saying? And say, oh, he outweighed him by 50 pounds. So where I'm coming from is I don't want to hear weight as an excuse. That's my position. And it's just based on the procedures. Now, where you come from in your personal position, I understand that. But I'm not attacking your personal position. I'm attacking the structure of the weight division. I think there's too many weight divisions. I think if you're going to let heavyweights fight someone who outweigh them by 50 pounds, these guys should be able to fight someone who weighs more than them by 9 pounds or 10 pounds. Because what's the difference? Like, really, it's a matter of them just meeting in the middle or doing whatever. Eliminate all this. Just have like catch weight clauses.
That's always been my beef with the heavyweight division, though, with the weights. with the different guys coming in with the different weights. I used to be like, yo, why is this guy weighing so much more than the other guy? That's always been my beef with the heavyweight division. As far as the other lower weight classes, I feel like those weights is there for a reason. Like with the whole the 22-pound belt and the 26-pound belt, I think they need to get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? But from 126 to 135, I think that's a huge gap. You know what I'm saying? I think 5 pounds in between every weight class is fair.
All right, let's say using the Trill method, right? You say 10 pounds is too much, right? Mm-hmm. I could even respect that if they had a belt for 120 to 130, a belt from 130 to 140, right? A belt from 140 to 150. I could respect that because it's combining two divisions really, right? Which is a matter of, like I said, eating a burrito or not. Right, and also you have more healthy fighters because remember why they took away same day weigh-ins because people were dehydrating themselves just to make weight or whatever, and then that's when this whole weight issue came in. So I actually feel like if you had less weight divisions, right, and you just combine certain divisions, like you said, you was a 122, 126, like seriously combine that, right? Now people will be more fresh, they'll be more and then you can actually have a fight because what we're really talking about is people trying to take advantage of certain systems because the weight class is in. Now I agree weight classes exist for a reason. You can't have someone 122 fighting someone who weighs 175, but let's be real, 147, 154, 160, those guys could all fight each other. They do. They spar each other all the time. It's like not really a thing. Like, so to me, if you're saying like, oh, someone at 147 can't fight someone at 160, I'm like, yeah, right. This is why we see people, and then we're like, oh, the 5-division world champion. I'm like, well, then what is Wilder? What is Wilder when he beat someone 260 pounds? That's just my take on it.
Sound like what you're saying is Wilder's the greatest.
No, that was definitely not. That's definitely not what we were saying.
I would say this: Wilder has the biggest weight disadvantage of all the heavyweights that are in the top 4.
But is it a disadvantage or an advantage? You know what I'm saying?
Depends on how you look at it.
Because I would say, you know what I'm saying, makes him more a little faster, makes him a little bit more lean. He can, you know what I'm saying?
But when he gets in there with people who hit him back,
you know what I'm saying?
We'll find out how much of an advantage that is.
Maybe we need, maybe we need to make that another segment and talk more about these weight classes.
Listening to this conversation, y'all make me want to just jack up my Wilder pound for pound list ranking, yo.
Yo, please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's the Boxing Bros.